All right. In today's episode, we are going to talk about interactive demo, how that impacts the pipeline generation, and what are the KPI improvement you can see. So, if you are a demand gen manager who is trying for more conversion and pipeline generation, this episode is for you. So, you have played around with interactive demos. Before we get on to what exactly is that and the nitty gritty of how it works, why should I care as a demand gen manager to look into interactive demo? Because my KPI is pipeline number of uh, demos meeting set. From that standpoint, how does it help?
So, Shaunak, interactive demo is like, it's a marketing asset that you can place on your website and you can use in various ways. I personally have seen a conversion lift of 300% when we used an interactive demo on the website. There's another case study from Triannual that Mutiny had posted. We tested interactive demos on their website and found a 5 times increase in conversion. They would help you in generating pipeline, generating more meetings. That is why I think demand gen managers should pay attention to interactive demos.
And just to add on to that, if you are spending a lot of money on LinkedIn ads or any sort of ad, when people land in your homepage or any parts of your website, you would want those people to convert. So you want more and more conversion, and so that's why if any vehicle gives you a boost, is always worth checking.
Absolutely. Yep.
So let's understand what exactly is interactive demos. If you can just first tell us about the mechanism, and then we'll unpack the other parts of it.
So I think a good comparison would be, just to set the context, would be like regular videos or looms, right? What are they? You record your screen, sometimes with yourself, without yourself. That's that's what video is, and we are all familiar with it. You're watching a video right now. Interactive demo, on the other hand, is very similar to it, but it's not like a video that goes on once you play it, it would play and pause. But it's rather, a clickable demo that you can create of your software and place it. So basically, as you can see on my screen, here's an interactive demo. You start playing around with it and you're seeing pop-ups suggesting you to take the next steps. These are basically collections of screens of this product, right? And this gives you a look and feel of what the product is, how it works, what's a use case, how you would get benefit out of it, you know. So you don't have to wait in line for a sales call or a demo call to get a look at the product. You could get a look right away. Like you could understand the value or at least part of the value right away. So yeah, these are like bite-sized kind of assets. It's a collection of screenshots of your product, which can help the viewer understand what the product looks like and how it can work. And this kind of gives away the value of the product to the person watching, like how can this be used in a very short span of time.
All right. So I'm a demand gen manager and I may not have a lot of bandwidth with me, engineers with me. How easy or difficult is to implement the any sort of this sort of tool? Does it require a lot of training? Does it require creatives being used by team or engineering effort, API integration? If you can walk us through that, the amount of effort that is invested.
Mhm. You don't need any external help. You don't need to even integrate anything with your product, right? So just like a Loom, in case you have used a Loom or similar product, like it's a screen recording. You just need to install the extension on the Chrome. That's pretty straightforward. And yeah, just turn it on. I can show it to you right away. You just click on start and it starts recording the screens. It's clicking screenshots of the screen, and yeah, it's placing it in your workspace. So now you can combine all of these screenshots, put annotations on top of it, and it's pretty easy. Like you don't need any dev help or engineering bandwidth for this. You
All
could
right.
create a demo in like 10 minutes.
So since you got an opportunity to try out a couple of tools, I'm a bit curious to know about your first-hand experience. Could you help me understand who are the top players in the space and what were your takeaway trying them out?
So there are a couple of players out there right now. There's Storylane, there's Navatic, there's Walnut, and I think there's Arcade as well. I've tried a couple of those, at least those that had a free plan. So currently I'm using Storylane, get going, and I've created multiple demos with that, gotten, as I mentioned, like a 300% lift in conversions, a lot of engagement, like, more than 50% engagement. So anybody who's clicking through and going to watch a demo, more certainly, like it's 50% chance they'll watch, it and not drop off. So it's way higher than a typical video, right? And yeah, so I think if you want to check out interactive demos, these are some good players you could.
All right, let's start. So I wanted to understand one more point. As a demand gen manager, I have multiple avenues to deploy the capital that I have for as a marketing budget. Now here, if I go ahead with an interactive demo solution, how do I justify the in terms of, say, do you get some report in terms of how many people actually engaged, how many people finished the demo, and so more from a very transactional standpoint, do I get to create some dashboard and present it to my exec leadership? Is that possible?
So yes, within, at least I can show, like, within Storylane, they give you an analytics dashboard, which covers a lot of these things that you asked for, like how many people opened the demo, how many of them finished it, and till what percentage, like, they finished. Like if the demo is, let's say, 10 screens, how much was the completion rate? And that's why I could tell you, like, like we've seen more than 50% completion rate, right? So besides that, you're also capturing leads, right? And they integrate with your CRM, with your Slack. So as soon as your lead is captured, like, somebody signs up, it automatically syncs with your CRM, say HubSpot or Salesforce, and also you get a notification in Slack, right? So you get the ROI right away. Besides that, another feature I want to talk about over here that I love is, in Storylane, it's called Demo Reveal. Other tools also have it. Which is basically website visitor de-anonymization, right? Something that all of them have integrations with Clearbit. So it's not just some anonymous visitor watching a demo, but they are also able to kind of de-anonymize the visitor, and you get a notification like, hey, somebody from Microsoft in this location is seeing the demo, and how much was their completion rate. So that's also, another layer of helpful data besides just the basic analytics data of how much completion was there, how many leads were collected, how much was the engagement, etc. You also get to know, like, which companies engage, so that, you could even collaborate with your sales team and double down on these people, maybe reach out to them, the companies that are watching your demos frequently. Yeah, so that's some of the ROI and some of the analysis that you could do on top of it. Yeah. And another thing I like, you could also use this data to retarget them on different channels. As a demand gen manager, like you might be running retargeting campaigns on, let's say, LinkedIn or Google. And so what you can do is, like, you create an audience out of these companies that are watching your demo, especially the ones that have, watched more than 50%. They've seen your product quite a lot, right? So you could create an audience and then pass it on to LinkedIn or even Google, and then, retarget them so that, they come around sometime down the line.
Okay. All right. Anything else that you want to talk about? Is this more suited for PLG?
I mean, the reports mention that it's suited for everyone. Everybody's using it. PLGs. It's In fact, it's more helpful for sales-led guys who don't show their product, right? But everybody's using it. At least that's what the Navatic guys are claiming.
All right.
I just mention one more thing. Just, yeah, for listeners who are listening not on YouTube, we'll link to all these reports and statistics in the show notes. But yeah, if you want to see whatever, we should just hop onto YouTube and see it. But yeah, all the links will be put in the show notes as well.
All right, that's the part for today, and hope to see you guys soon.